Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm so grateful you have joined me today, and I can't wait to dive into something that has the power to change your life. Ladies, let me remind you of something powerful today. You are not an accident. You are not a random occurrence in the universe. You are a masterpiece, intricately designed by the hands of the Creator Himself. Before you took your first breath, God had already written your story. He knew your name, your dreams, your struggles, and your victories. He has a plan for your life, a plan so grand, so purposeful that it transcends your wildest. You see, society will try to define you. It will try to box you into roles, labels, and expectations that limit your potential. But I'm here to tell you that your value is not determined by the opinions of others. Your worth is not tied to your marital status, your career, or your appearance. Your value is rooted in the fact that you are fearfully and wonderfully made by God. You are His daughter, His creation, His masterpiece, and because of that, you carry within you a divine purpose that only you can fulfill. Now, I know the journey hasn't been easy. You've faced challenges that have tested your faith, your strength, and your resolve. But let me tell you something. Those challenges are not there to break you. They are there to build you. Every tear, every setback, every moment of doubt is shaping you into the woman God destined you to be. You are being prepared for something greater than you can see right now. Trust the process. Trust the preparation. Trust the God who is working all things together for your good. You are not just here to exist. You are here to make an impact. You are here to influence, to lead, to inspire, and to transform. Whether it's in your home, your workplace, your community, or the world, God has placed within you a unique gift, a unique voice, and a unique calling. You are a change agent, a light in the darkness, a beacon of hope in a world that desperately needs it. Don't underestimate the power of your influence. Don't downplay the significance of your role. You are needed. You are essential. You are irreplaceable. But here's the key. You must walk in faith. Faith is the bridge between where you are and where God is taking you. It's the assurance that even when you can't see the full picture, God is working behind the scenes. It's the confidence that His timing is perfect, even when it doesn't align with your schedule. So don't rush the process. Don't compare your journey to someone else's. Your story is uniquely yours, and God is writing it with precision and care. Every woman carries within her a divine purpose, a unique blueprint designed by the Creator Himself. This purpose is not an afterthought or a random assignment. It is a carefully crafted plan that reflects God's intentionality and love. You were not created to simply exist or to wander aimlessly through life. You were created with intention, with a specific role to play in the grand tapestry of humanity. Your life is not a coincidence. It is a calling. Every gift, every talent, every passion you possess was placed within you for a reason. These are not just personal preferences or random traits. They are clues to your divine assignment. Your purpose is not limited to your career, your relationships, or your achievements. It is far greater than that. It is about fulfilling the unique role God has assigned to you in His kingdom. You are a vital piece of the puzzle, and without you, the picture is incomplete. Your purpose is not just for your benefit, it is for the benefit of others. You are called to be a light, a source of hope, and a catalyst for change in the world around you. Whether it's through your words, your actions, or your presence, you have the power to impact lives in ways you may never fully understand. But discovering and walking in your purpose requires a deep connection with the one who created you. It requires seeking Him, listening to His voice, and aligning your heart with His will. It's not always easy, and it may require stepping out of your comfort zone, but the reward is worth it. When you live in alignment with your divine purpose, you experience a sense of fulfillment and joy that nothing else can provide. You begin to see your life as a meaningful journey filled with opportunities to make a difference. Your purpose is not something you have to create or manufacture. It is something you uncover, something you step into as you grow in your relationship with God. It is already within you, waiting to be awakened and unleashed. So embrace the journey of discovery. Trust that God has equipped you with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. And remember, your life is not an accident. It is a masterpiece in the making. A woman's value is not determined by the world's standards, by her accomplishments, or by the opinions of others. Her worth is inherent, woven into the very fabric of her being by the hands of God. You are valuable not because of what you do, what you have, or how you look, but because of who you are. A daughter of the Most High, created in His image and likeness. Your value is intrinsic, meaning it cannot be increased or decreased by external factors. It is not something you earn or achieve. It is something you already possess. You are valuable simply because you exist. Society often tries to define a woman's worth by superficial measures: her appearance, her marital status, her career, or her social media following. But these are fleeting and unreliable markers of value. True worth is found in your identity as a child of God. You are loved, chosen, and cherished by Him. He sees you not as the world sees you, but as the masterpiece He created you to be. Your value is not tied to your past mistakes, your current struggles, or your future uncertainties. It is rooted in the unchanging truth that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Understanding your inherent value transforms the way you see yourself and the way you live your life. It gives you the confidence to walk with your head held high, knowing that you are enough just as you are. It empowers you to set boundaries, to pursue your dreams, and to demand respect in every area of your life. When you know your worth, you no longer settle for less than you deserve. You recognize that you are deserving of love, respect, and honor, not because of anything you've done, but because of who you are. Your value is not just for your benefit, it is a gift to the world. When you embrace your worth, you inspire others to do the same. You become a living testament to the truth that every woman is valuable, every woman is worthy, and every woman is loved by God. Your life is a reflection of His love, and that is where your true value lies. A woman's strength is not found in her physical abilities, her social status, or her external achievements. True strength comes from knowing who she is, her identity. When a woman understands her identity, she becomes unstoppable. She is no longer swayed by the opinions of others, the pressures of society, or the challenges she faces. She stands firm, rooted in the truth of who she is and whose she is. Your identity is not defined by your past, your mistakes, or your circumstances. It is defined by God, who created you with a purpose and a plan. You are His masterpiece, His beloved daughter, and His chosen vessel. This truth is the foundation of your strength. When you know your identity, you walk in confidence. You no longer seek validation from the world because you understand that your worth and value come from God alone. You are not defined by your job title, your relationship status, or your bank account. You are defined by your relationship with the Creator. This knowledge gives you the courage to face any challenge, to overcome any obstacle, and to pursue your dreams with boldness. You are not afraid to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, or to stand up for what you believe in. You know that you are equipped with everything you need to succeed because God has already given it to you. Your identity also gives you the strength to resist comparison. You understand that you are unique with a purpose that is specific to you. You don't need to measure yourself against others because you know that your journey is your own. You celebrate the successes of others without feeling threatened, and you embrace your own path with gratitude and determination. When you know who you are free to be yourself, authentic, unapologetic, and powerful. This strength in identity is not just for your benefit, it is a light to those around you. When you walk in the fullness of who you are, you inspire others to do the same. You become a living example of what it means to live boldly, confidently, and purposefully. Your identity is your greatest source of strength, and it is the key to unlocking the life God has destined for you. When you live a life of faith, you become a beacon of hope and inspiration to those around you. Your unwavering trust in God's plan encourages others to do the same. You demonstrate that with faith, all things are possible, and that no dream is too big, no obstacle too great. Faith empowers you to live boldly, to love deeply, and to leave a lasting impact on the world. It is the source of your strength, your confidence, and your ability to fulfill the purpose God has placed within you. Every woman is born with the capacity to influence and impact the world around her. Your life is not meant to be lived in isolation. It is meant to touch the lives of others in meaningful and transformative ways. Whether you realize it or not, your words, actions, and presence have the power to shape the world. You are a change agent, a catalyst for growth, and a source of inspiration. Your influence is not limited to your immediate circle. It extends to your family, your community, and beyond. You have the ability to leave a legacy that outlives you, a legacy of love, courage, and purpose. Your impact begins with understanding the unique gifts and talents God has given you. These are not just for your benefit. They are tools to serve others and to make a difference. When you use your gifts to uplift, encourage, and empower those around you, you fulfill your divine calling. Your influence is not about seeking recognition or applause. It is about making a positive difference in the lives of others. It is about being a light in the darkness, a voice of hope in a world that often feels hopeless. You have the power to inspire change, to challenge the status quo, and to create a ripple effect that reaches far beyond what you can see. Your influence is also rooted in your authenticity. When you live true to who you are, you give others permission to do the same. Your vulnerability, your strength, and your faith become a testimony to the power of God's grace. You show others that it is possible to overcome adversity, to pursue dreams, and to live a life of purpose. Your impact is not measured by the number of people you reach, but by the depth of the change you inspire. Even small acts of kindness, words of encouragement, or moments of support can have a profound effect on someone's life. As a woman of influence, you have the opportunity to shape the future. You can raise the next generation of leaders, empower other women to rise, and create a culture of love and respect. Your life is a testament to the power of God's plan, and your impact is a reflection of His love. You are called to be a force for good, a beacon of hope, and a vessel of change. The world is waiting for your influence. Step into it boldly and make your mark. Timing is everything, and God's timing is always perfect. Every season of your life, whether it feels like a time of waiting, growth, or action, is part of His divine plan. You may not always understand why things are unfolding the way they are, but you can trust that God is working behind the scenes, preparing you for what's to come. His timing is not bound by human limitations or expectations. It is guided by His infinite wisdom and love. What feels like a delay to you is often divine preparation. God is using every moment, every experience, and every challenge to equip you for the future He has planned. But preparation is a crucial part of the process. Just as a seed must be planted, watered, and nurtured before it can bear fruit, you too must go through seasons of growth and development. These seasons may not always be easy or comfortable, but they are necessary. They are shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for the destiny that lies ahead. Every lesson learned, every skill acquired, and every trial overcome is part of your preparation. God is building in you the character, resilience, and wisdom you will need to fulfill your purpose. It's important to embrace the season you are in, even if it's not the season you hoped for. Instead of rushing ahead or becoming frustrated with the wait, use this time to grow, to learn, and to draw closer to God. Trust that He is preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. When the time is right, He will open the doors and present the opportunities that align with His plan. Until then, remain faithful, patient, and diligent. Your preparation is not wasted time. It is the foundation for your future success. God's timing and preparation are a testament to his faithfulness. He knows what you need when you need it and how to bring it to pass. Your role is to trust him, to stay ready, and to be willing to step forward when he says it's time. The wait may be challenging, but the reward is worth it. When God's timing and your preparation align, you will step into a season of fulfillment, purpose, and impact that exceeds your expectation. Ladies, never forget this. You are not an accident, and your life is not a random series of events. You are a masterpiece, intricately designed by the hands of the Creator, with a divine purpose that only you can fulfill. God has a plan for your life, a plan that is greater than your dreams, stronger than your fears, and more beautiful than you can imagine. Your value is inherent, your strength is unmatched, and your potential is limitless. The challenges you face are not there to break you. They are there to build you. The timing of your life is not a mistake. It is a divine orchestration. Every season, every struggle, and every victory is part of the preparation for the incredible destiny that awaits you. Step into your identity as a woman of God. Walk in faith, knowing that he is with you every step of the way. Embrace your influence and recognize the power you have to impact the world around you. Trust in his timing, even when it doesn't align with your own. You are not just a woman. You are a force, a light, and a vessel of his love and grace. The world needs you. Your family needs you, and your purpose needs you. Rise up, take your place, and walk boldly into the life God has prepared for you. Your time is now. Your purpose is waiting, and your God is faithful. Go forth and shine, for you were created for such a time as this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm so grateful you have joined me today, and I can't wait to dive into something that has the power to change your life. There's a kind of woman who does not apologize for her intelligence. She walks into a room and her presence speaks before she even utters a word. She is not loud, but her wisdom is undeniable. She does not follow trends, she sets them. She is not easily swayed by emotions, she controls them. She is not afraid of standing alone because she understands that standing alone with the truth is better than blending in with a lie. This woman does not waste time in trivial matters. She is focused, she is disciplined. While others are entertained by gossip and distractions, she is buried in books, in strategy, in preparation. She understands that success is not about luck, it is about principles. And the greatest principle she lives by is growth. She refuses to remain the same person she was yesterday. She does not seek validation from the crowd. She does not wait for society to approve of her dreams. No, she knows that she was created with a purpose, and that purpose is not up for negotiation. The world may try to put limits on her, but she refuses to live in a box. She is emotionally intelligent. She does not let anger dictate her actions. She does not allow fear to silence her voice. She has mastered the art of self-control, and because of that, she does not waste energy on unnecessary battles. She understands that not every insult deserves a response, not every critic deserves attention, and not every battle is worth fighting. She does not lower her standards to fit into places that do not deserve her presence. She is not desperate for friendships, for relationships, for approval. She is whole by herself. If a connection does not align with her values, she walks away without apology, without hesitation, because she knows that her time is too precious to be wasted on things that do not add value to her destiny. She does not fear failure. She understands that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a step toward it. Every challenge, every setback, every difficulty is an opportunity for her to grow. While others complain, she strategizes. While others quit, she adjusts and continues. She does not run from challenges. She embraces them, knowing that pressure is what produces diamonds. But she is not just intelligent for herself. No, She uses her wisdom to uplift others. She does not see other women as competition. She sees them as a community. She mentors, she encourages, she speaks life into others because she knows that true success is not about being the only one at the top, but about bringing others with her. A highly intelligent woman understands that knowledge is her greatest asset. She is never satisfied with what she already knows, because she recognizes that the world is constantly evolving. She invests in her mind, not just for personal success, but because she understands that ignorance is a prison and education is the key to freedom. While others see learning as something that ends with formal education, she knows that true wisdom comes from a lifelong commitment to growth. She reads books, listens to insightful conversations, and surrounds herself with people who challenge her thinking. She is not afraid to ask questions. She does not pretend to know everything, but remains curious, always seeking deeper understanding. She studies beyond her field of expertise, exploring subjects that broaden her perspective and refine her judgment. She values mentorship and is willing to learn from those who have walked the path before her. She is teachable, not defensive when corrected. Instead of taking offense, she takes notes, because she knows that constructive criticism is a tool for refinement, not an attack on her intelligence. She does not waste her time on mindless entertainment or meaningless distractions. Instead, she dedicates time to acquiring new skills, sharpening her intellect, and staying ahead in her field. She leverages technology using online courses, podcasts, and research to expand her knowledge. She understands that every bit of information she absorbs today positions her for greater opportunities tomorrow. She is adaptable. She does not resist change, but embraces it with an open mind. When new ideas emerge, she studies them, analyzes them, and discerns their value. She is not intimidated by innovation, but sees it as an opportunity to advance. Her thirst for knowledge is unquenchable, and because of this, she remains relevant, confident, and prepared for every season of life. A highly intelligent woman does not accept things at face value. She questions, analyzes, and evaluates before forming her own conclusions. She refuses to be manipulated by popular opinions, societal pressures, or emotional persuasion. Instead, she engages her mind, seeking logic, truth, and clarity in every situation. She understands that independent thinking is not rebellion, it is responsibility. She does not allow others to dictate her beliefs, decisions, or identity. She is not swayed by trends or public approval. Just because an idea is widely accepted does not mean it is correct. She investigates, researches, and discerns. When faced with a decision, she weighs the pros and cons, considers the long-term consequences, and makes choices based on wisdom rather than impulse. She is not afraid to stand alone if necessary, because she values truth more than temporary acceptance. She does not allow emotions to cloud her judgment. She acknowledges feelings, but does not let them control her actions. When she encounters challenges, she does not react out of fear or frustration. Instead, she steps back, assesses the situation, and responds with logic and composure. She understands that being critical does not mean being negative. It means being thoughtful, intentional, and strategic. She welcomes different perspectives, but does not blindly adopt them. She listens, debates, and refines her understanding, knowing that growth comes from exposure to new ideas. However, she does not compromise her principles for the sake of fitting in. She is confident in her ability to think for herself, to navigate complex issues, and to challenge misinformation. Her independence is not arrogance. It is strength. She does not need approval to validate her intelligence, because she knows that the ability to think critically is the foundation of true wisdom. A highly intelligent woman understands that emotions are powerful, but they must be managed with wisdom. She does not allow her feelings to control her decisions, nor does she let temporary emotions create permanent consequences. Instead, she cultivates self-awareness, recognizing her triggers and learning how to respond rather than react. She understands that emotional maturity is not about suppressing feelings, but about directing them in a way that serves her purpose. She does not let anger lead her into unnecessary conflicts. When faced with provocation, she does not lash out impulsively, but remains composed, choosing her words carefully. She understands that not every battle is worth fighting, and that silence is sometimes the most powerful response. She refuses to waste energy on situations that do not align with her growth. Instead of being consumed by negativity, she channels her emotions into productive action, turning pain into purpose and disappointment into determination. She embraces challenges with a calm mind. When things do not go as planned, she does not crumble under pressure or allow frustration to paralyze her. She remains solution-oriented, looking beyond the problem to find the lesson. She understands that setbacks are temporary and that resilience is built in moments of difficulty. She does not seek external validation to determine her worth. She does not let criticism break her spirit or praise inflate her ego. She remains grounded, knowing that emotions fluctuate, but character remains. She surrounds herself with people who uplift her, but she does not depend on them to define her happiness. She takes responsibility for her emotional well-being, ensuring that her inner peace is not dictated by circumstance. She understands that true strength is found in the ability to master her emotions rather than being mastered by them. A highly intelligent woman knows her worth and refuses to compromise it for the sake of convenience, approval, or temporary satisfaction. She sets high standards in every area of her life, her relationships, her career, her personal growth. Because she understands that what she tolerates is what will continue. She does not settle for mediocrity, nor does she lower her expectations to make others comfortable. She believes in excellence, and she holds herself accountable to the same standards she expects from others. She is not afraid to say no. She does not allow guilt or pressure to make her accept what does not align with her values. She understands that every yes to something unworthy is a no to something greater. She does not overextend herself to please people who do not appreciate her efforts. She knows that true respect comes from being firm in her principles, not from being agreeable at the expense of her well-being. She protects her time, energy, and peace. She does not entertain relationships that drain her, environments that limit her, or conversations that add no value to her growth. She surrounds herself with people who inspire, challenge, and uplift her. She does not hesitate to walk away from toxic situations, knowing that detachment from negativity is an act of self-respect. She enforces boundaries without apology. If someone disrespects her limits, she does not explain repeatedly, she acts. She does not beg for the love, friendship, or validation of those who do not honor her presence. She understands that setting boundaries is not about shutting people out, but about ensuring that those who remain in her life treat her with the dignity she deserves. She leads by example, proving that high standards are not arrogance, but a reflection of self-respect. A highly intelligent woman does not drift through life without direction. She has a clear vision, a defined purpose, and a deep understanding that she was created for something greater than mere existence. She does not wait for opportunities to come to her, she creates them. She is intentional about her goals, mapping out a path that aligns with her mission. Every step she takes is deliberate, every choice she makes is strategic, and every action she executes moves her closer to her destiny. She does not waste time on meaningless pursuits. She is not easily distracted by temporary pleasures or societal pressures that do not serve her higher calling. She invests her energy in things that bring her closer to her purpose, whether it is learning a new skill, building a business, serving her community, or mentoring others. She understands that vision is not just about seeing what is possible, but about taking consistent action toward making it a reality. She does not fear failure because she knows that setbacks are part of the journey. She sees obstacles as lessons, not limitations. When challenges arise, she does not quit or question her potential. Instead, she recalibrates, adjusts her approach, and keeps moving forward. She is persistent, resilient, and unwavering in her belief that her purpose is bigger than any momentary defeat. She does not compare her journey to others. She knows that purpose is unique, and she refuses to measure her success by someone else's timeline. She is focused on fulfilling her calling, not proving herself to the world. She understands that being visionary means seeing beyond the present, dreaming beyond limitations, and working tirelessly to bring those dreams to life. She leads with conviction, knowing that her life is not meant to be ordinary, but impactful. A highly intelligent woman does not run from challenges. She embraces them with confidence and determination. She understands that adversity is not meant to break her, but to build her. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, she views them as stepping stones to growth. She does not complain about difficulties or wish for an easier path. She focuses on finding solutions and discovering new ways to navigate through hardships. She knows that the most successful people are not those who avoid struggles, but those who master the art of overcoming them. She is not easily shaken by unexpected changes. When life takes an unforeseen turn, she does not allow fear or frustration to paralyze her. She adapts, adjusts, and finds new opportunities within the challenge. She understands that rigidity leads to stagnation, while flexibility allows her to keep progressing. She welcomes change, knowing that growth requires evolution. When one door closes, she does not stand in front of it hoping it will reopen. She turns around and finds a new path forward. She is resourceful and innovative. When faced with a problem, she does not wait for others to provide answers. She seeks them out herself. She uses every challenge as an opportunity to expand her skills, strengthen her mindset, and refine her character. She is not afraid of failure because she knows that every mistake teaches a valuable lesson. Instead of letting setbacks define her, she uses them to become wiser, stronger, and more prepared for the future. She does not resist discomfort because she knows that growth happens outside of her comfort zone. She pushes herself beyond limitations, refuses to settle for excuses, and rises above adversity with resilience. She does not merely survive challenges, she thrives in them, proving that adaptability is the key to lasting success. A highly intelligent woman does not climb to the top and stand there alone. She reaches back and lifts others with her. She understands that true success is not measured by personal achievements alone, but by the impact she has on those around her. She does not view other women as competition, but as a community, believing that when one rises, they all rise. She shares knowledge, wisdom, and encouragement, knowing that empowerment is not about dominance, but about creating opportunities for others to thrive. She leads by example. She does not just speak about confidence, resilience, and ambition. She embodies these qualities in her daily life. Her actions, choices, and attitude inspire those who watch her, often without her even realizing it. She understands that people are influenced not just by what they hear, but by what they see. And she strives to be a living testimony of strength, wisdom, and purpose. She is intentional about mentorship. Whether through formal leadership or simple conversations, she pours into others, offering guidance, support, and motivation. She does not hoard knowledge out of insecurity, but shares it generously because she knows that empowering others does not diminish her own greatness, it multiplies it. She sees potential in people before they see it in themselves and challenges them to step into their best selves. She uses her voice for good. She speaks life into those who are discouraged, reminds them of their worth, and pushes them to dream bigger. She celebrates the success of others without envy because she understands that there is enough room for everyone at the top. She does not just build her own legacy, she helps others build theirs. She knows that true intelligence is not just about achieving for oneself, but about elevating those who come after her. A highly intelligent woman is not defined by her circumstances, but by her choices. She is a force of wisdom, resilience, and vision. She does not wait for permission to rise. She rises because she knows she was created for more. She refuses to shrink to fit spaces that cannot contain her greatness. She thinks critically, sets high standards, embraces challenges, and lifts others as she climbs. Her intelligence is not just in what she knows, but in how she applies it to shape her destiny. The world does not change her, she changes the world. She does not just exist, she leaves a legacy. Now is the time to walk boldly in that power, without apology, without hesitation, and without fear. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm so grateful you have joined me today. And I can't wait to dive into something that has the power to change your life. There is a powerful secret that, when understood, will change your life forever. It is the ability to walk through life untouched by offense, unaffected by insults, and unmoved by the negativity of others. It is not a fantasy. It is a reality for those who choose to master their emotions and live from a higher place. You were never designed to be controlled by people's words, moods, or actions. You were created with dominion over your mind, your heart, and your reactions. The moment you allow someone to pull you into anger, you have surrendered your power to them. That is not how you were meant to live. You were designed to rise above, to walk in peace, and to command your emotions instead of being enslaved by them. People will talk. They will misunderstand you. They will try to provoke you, insult you, and test your patience. But here is the truth. You do not have to respond. You do not have to react. You do not have to give them control over your emotions. The moment you get angry, you become their puppet. But when you choose peace, you remain in control. Understand this. No one can make you angry without your permission. No one can disturb your peace unless you allow them. You may not be able to control what they say, but you can control how much it affects you. And when you realize that your joy, your peace, and your purpose are more valuable than someone's negativity, you will stop wasting energy on things that do not matter. Let go of the need to be understood by everyone. Let go of the expectation that people will treat you fairly. Some will not, but that is not your burden to carry. You were not put on this earth to prove yourself to people who do not see your value. You were put here to fulfill a purpose, and anything that distracts you from that is not worth your time. When people criticize, when they insult, when they try to get a reaction out of you, smile. Keep walking. Keep moving forward. Their words do not define you. Their actions do not shape your destiny. You are bigger than that. You are stronger than that. And when you choose peace, when you choose to stay focused on your calling, nothing and no one can ever shake you again. People's words and actions are often a reflection of their own experiences, emotions, and struggles. When someone speaks harshly, criticizes, or reacts negatively, it is rarely about you, it is about them. People see the world through their own lens, shaped by their past, their fears, and their insecurities. If you take everything personally, you will find yourself carrying burdens that were never meant for you. The moment you make everything about you, you become vulnerable to unnecessary pain. A person's bad mood, impatience, or unkind words do not mean you are at fault. Someone's silence does not always mean rejection. An unreturned call does not mean you are forgotten. A disagreement does not mean you are unworthy. When you understand this, you free yourself from the weight of assumptions and misinterpretations. Reactions from others are not a measure of your value. If someone disrespects you, it is a sign of their character, not your worth. When someone does not appreciate your efforts, it does not mean your efforts were in vain. Many times people project their inner battles onto others without even realizing it. Their frustration with life, their disappointments, and their own insecurities can manifest in the way they treat you. But their struggles are not your responsibility to carry. Choosing not to take things personally is an act of wisdom. It keeps your heart unburdened and your mind clear. It allows you to respond with understanding instead of anger. It gives you the ability to walk through life without being easily shaken by the moods and actions of others. When you stop making everything about you, you step into a life of freedom, peace, and emotional strength. Patience is the ability to remain calm in the face of frustration, delays, and imperfections. It is a strength that allows you to endure difficulties without being consumed by anger or anxiety. Life will always present moments that test your patience. People will disappoint you, situations will not go as planned, and challenges will arise when you least expect them. But patience is not just about waiting, it is about maintaining the right attitude while you wait. It is understanding that not everything will happen according to your timeline, and that rushing through life only leads to unnecessary stress. Forgiveness is the release of resentment and bitterness. It is not about excusing someone's behavior or pretending that pain did not happen. It is about choosing to let go so that you are not weighed down by the burden of past hurts. When you hold on to anger, it poisons your mind and robs you of peace. Unforgiveness does not punish the other person, it imprisons you. Carrying grudges only keeps you connected to the pain, replaying the offense in your mind over and over again. Practicing patience and forgiveness together creates inner freedom. Patience allows you to understand that people are not perfect, that they will make mistakes, and that you will too. Forgiveness enables you to move forward without carrying unnecessary emotional baggage. When you cultivate these qualities, you become unshaken by minor offenses and unmoved by temporary frustrations. You begin to see beyond the moment, recognizing that peace is more valuable than holding on to negativity. Releasing others from their mistakes does not mean they were right. It means you refuse to let their actions control your heart. True strength is found in the ability to remain calm, let go, and move forward with a spirit that is light and unburdened. Every situation in life presents a choice, not in what happens, but in how you respond. You may not control the words people speak, the way they treat you, or the challenges that come your way, but you always have power over your reaction. The moment you allow someone or something to dictate your emotions, you surrender control. Reactions are not automatic. They are decisions. Choosing to remain calm when provoked, to stay silent when angered, and to think before responding is a sign of true strength. Anger, frustration, and irritation often arise when emotions take control instead of wisdom, but reacting impulsively only leads to regret. Words spoken in anger cannot be taken back, and actions made in frustration often cause more harm than good. When you learn to pause, breathe, and assess a situation before responding, you prevent unnecessary damage to yourself and others. Responding with patience instead of aggression, understanding instead of offense, and wisdom instead of impulse shifts the power back into your hands. People may try to push your buttons, situations may test your patience, but no one can force you to react negatively unless you allow it. Emotional maturity is the ability to step back and ask, is this worth my peace? Not everything requires a response, and not every offense deserves your energy. Sometimes the greatest response is no response at all. Walking away, choosing silence, or responding with calmness. Confusing those who seek to disturb your peace. Mastering your reactions is mastering your emotions, and mastering your emotions is mastering your life. When you gain control over how you respond, you become unshakable. No insult, no situation, and no challenge will have the power to move you from a place of peace. Self-confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you build. It is the belief in your abilities, your worth, and your potential, regardless of what others say or think. True confidence is not arrogance. It is the quiet assurance that you are enough, that you have value, and that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. It is not dependent on external validation, but rooted in self-awareness and inner strength. Doubt and fear try to shake confidence, whispering lies that you are not good enough, smart enough, or capable enough. But confidence is built when you refuse to listen to those voices. It grows when you take action despite fear, when you push past discomfort, and when you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your insecurities. Every challenge you overcome, every skill you develop, and every step you take outside your comfort zone strengthens your confidence. Comparing yourself to others weakens confidence because it shifts focus from your progress to someone else's journey. No two paths are the same, and measuring your success by someone else's timeline only creates frustration. Confidence is built when you focus on your own growth, when you celebrate small victories, and when you recognize your unique strengths. Instead of seeking approval from others, learn to affirm yourself. Speak positively about yourself. Remind yourself of past achievements and surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you. Confidence is a decision. It is the choice to believe in yourself even when others doubt you. It is the willingness to keep going despite failures and setbacks. The more you trust yourself, the more you radiate strength and the more unstoppable you become. When you build true confidence, nothing and no one can make you feel small. The mind is a powerful force, and whatever you focus on will grow. Positivity is not about ignoring reality or pretending that challenges do not exist. It is about choosing to see possibilities instead of limitations. Life will always have difficulties, but your perspective determines whether you rise above them or become weighed down by them. A positive mindset does not mean every day will be perfect, but it does mean you will face each day with strength, hope, and determination. Negativity is easy to fall into because problems often demand attention. Fear, doubt, and frustration can cloud your thinking if you allow them to take root. But just as weeds grow in an untended garden, negative thoughts will overtake your mind if you do not guard it. Shifting your focus to positivity requires intentional effort. It means training yourself to find lessons in failures, opportunities in setbacks, and gratitude in every circumstance. Even in difficult moments, there is always something to be thankful for. Surrounding yourself with positive influences strengthens your ability to maintain a hopeful outlook. The people you spend time with, the words you speak, and the thoughts you entertain all shape your attitude. If you constantly expose yourself to negativity, it will reflect in your emotions and decisions. But when you fill your mind with uplifting words, encouraging people, and hopeful perspectives, positivity becomes natural. Focusing on positivity transforms the way you experience life. It allows you to respond to challenges with confidence rather than fear. It helps you see beyond temporary difficulties and believe in a better future. When you choose to focus on the good, you attract more good into your life. The power to create a positive reality begins with the thoughts you allow to shape your mind. Arguments often arise when emotions take control over reason. The need to prove a point, defend yourself, or correct someone else can quickly turn a simple disagreement into a heated conflict. But the truth is, most arguments do not lead to resolution. They lead to frustration, broken relationships, and wasted energy. When you understand that winning an argument does not always mean winning in life, you begin to see the value in choosing peace over unnecessary battles. Not every statement needs a response, and not every disagreement needs to turn into a debate. Many arguments stem from pride, the need to be right, or the unwillingness to let go of an offense, but wisdom teaches that silence is often more powerful than words. Walking away from an argument does not mean you are weak. It means you are strong enough to prioritize your peace over temporary emotions. It is better to be at peace than to be right, at the cost of your inner calm. People will have different opinions, and not everyone will agree with you. That is part of life. Trying to convince someone who refuses to understand will only drain your energy. Sometimes the best response is no response at all. When you avoid arguments, you protect your mind from unnecessary stress, and you maintain control over your emotions. Arguments rarely change people. It is wisdom, patience, and understanding that create true influence. The key to avoiding arguments is learning to listen without reacting, speak without attacking, and let go without resentment. Not every battle is worth fighting, and sometimes peace is found in simply moving forward. When you choose to avoid arguments, you choose wisdom, clarity, and a life free from unnecessary conflict. Your mind and body are the foundation of everything you do, and how you take care of them determines the quality of your life. A healthy mind leads to clarity, focus, and emotional stability, while a strong body provides the energy and endurance needed to fulfill your purpose. Neglecting either one creates imbalances that affect your productivity, relationships, and overall well-being. True success is not just about achieving goals. It is about maintaining a state of wholeness where your mind and body function at their best. The mind is constantly influenced by what you expose it to, your thoughts, the information you consume, and the people you surround yourself with. Feeding your mind with positive, uplifting, and empowering ideas strengthens your ability to handle challenges. Dwelling on negativity, fear, and doubt weakens your perspective and drains your motivation. Protecting your mental space means being intentional about what you allow into it. Reading, learning, meditating, and practicing gratitude all contribute to a strong and peaceful mind. Just as the mind needs care, the body requires attention to stay strong. A poor diet, lack of exercise, and ignoring rest will eventually take a toll on your physical health. Strength and endurance do not come from neglect, but from consistency in taking care of yourself. Eating nutritious foods, staying active, getting enough sleep, and staying hydrated are not just habits. They are investments in your longevity and well-being. Taking care of both the mind and body creates balance. When your mind is clear, your body feels energized, and your spirit remains uplifted. You operate at your highest potential. The best version of yourself emerges when you prioritize your mental and physical well-being, ensuring that you have the strength, clarity, and resilience to face every challenge with confidence. Nothing in life is permanent. Every situation, whether good or bad, is temporary. The struggles you face today will not last forever, and the joys you experience will evolve into new seasons. Understanding this truth brings both comfort and wisdom. It allows you to endure difficult times with hope and appreciate good times with gratitude. When you recognize that life moves in cycles, you stop being overwhelmed by problems and start embracing every moment with perspective. Pain, disappointment, and failure may feel unbearable in the moment, but they are not the end of your story. No storm lasts forever, and no hardship is without purpose. Even the darkest night eventually gives way to the morning light. When faced with adversity, remind yourself that what you are going through is only a chapter, not the entire book. Time has a way of healing, restoring, and revealing new opportunities that you could not see before. Patience and faith allow you to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence, knowing that every difficulty will pass. Success, happiness, and comfort are also temporary. This does not mean you should fear losing them, but rather that you should cherish them while they last. Life is always moving, bringing new challenges and blessings. Instead of holding on too tightly to any one moment, embrace change with an open heart. Growth comes from adapting, learning, and allowing each experience, whether joyful or painful, to shape you into a wiser, stronger person. Nothing remains the same forever, and that is what makes life meaningful. When you accept the temporary nature of everything, you free yourself from unnecessary worry and resistance. You learn to flow with life, appreciating each season while knowing that better days are always ahead. Life is filled with uncertainties, unexpected turns, and moments that challenge understanding. There will be times when plans do not work out, when doors close, and when circumstances seem unfair. In those moments, frustration and doubt can creep in, making it easy to question the purpose behind it all. But trusting in God's plan means believing that every situation, whether clear or confusing, is part of a greater design. It is the assurance that nothing happens by accident, and that every experience is shaping you for something greater. Faith is not about having all the answers. It is about surrendering the need to control everything. Trusting God's plan means releasing anxiety about the future and knowing that even when things do not make sense, they are working together for a higher purpose. Delays are not denials, and closed doors are often divine protection. What may seem like a setback is sometimes preparation for something far better than what was originally desired. Patience is required when walking in faith because God's timing is different from human timing. Many people struggle because they want instant results, but divine plans unfold in perfect seasons. Waiting is not a punishment. It is an opportunity to grow, to develop character, and to strengthen reliance on God's wisdom rather than personal understanding. Trusting God's plan brings peace. It removes the pressure of figuring everything out alone and replaces worry with confidence. Instead of stressing over what is unknown, faith allows focus on what is certain. God's promises, guidance, and unfailing presence. Even in moments of confusion, trust creates stability. The path may not always be clear, but faith reassures that every step is leading in the right direction. What is unseen today will make sense in time, revealing a purpose far greater than imagined. Life will always bring challenges, difficult people, and unexpected situations, but the power to remain unshaken lies within you. You do not have to be controlled by anger, frustration, or the opinions of others. When you choose patience over reaction, peace over conflict, and faith over doubt, you take control of your emotions and your life. True strength is not found in fighting every battle. It is found in knowing which battles are worth your energy and which ones are better left alone. No one can take your peace unless you give them permission. No situation can break you unless you allow it. The key to living free from anger and frustration is mastering your mind, guarding your heart, and trusting that everything is working for your good. Build confidence, practice forgiveness, and focus on the things that uplift and strengthen you. Every season, whether joyful or painful, is temporary, and every experience is shaping you for something greater. When you choose to rise above negativity, you become unstoppable. No insult can define you, no setback can destroy you, and no challenge can break you. Your peace is in your hands, your power is in your control, and your future is in the hands of a God who never fails. Live with wisdom, walk in strength, and refuse to let anything or anyone steal the joy that belongs to you.